Hey everybody, welcome back to The Last Shed on Dead End Street. My name is Tim. Tonight I watched The Undead from 1957. It's 72 minutes long. It was, I wasn't aware at the time, but it was directed by Roger Corman, so that was a really fun surprise to come across. And I hadn't watched any Roger Corman things in a while. I really like Roger Corman, but I hadn't seen anything in a while. And if you haven't, and you come back to him, you just realize how good Roger Corman is. And just everybody, like, top to bottom, just so good. Yeah, absolutely the top of the top of B movies. But yeah, The Undead is now playing on Amazon Prime, and it's 72 minutes long, so very, very short and exactly what I wanted. The copy on Amazon says, "A beautiful woman is sent back in time to the Middle Ages." And so a psychiatrist hypnotizes a prostitute, and she goes back to one of her past lives where she is on the run because she's deemed a witch, and it's on the eve of the witches' Sabbath where the village must execute 3 witches by dawn. And so she's on the lam, away, trying to get away from them. And we kind of go from past to present as it's happening. And there's this really interesting thing where it's almost like Inception, where they go into her subconscious, and the psychiatrist has to be hypnotized and then dropped into her subconscious as well. And so there's this really interesting play of things going on there. One of the actresses in it, when they go back into the past, we meet one of the other witches, and whenever they introduce them for the first time, they really have a really cool, surprising, neat effect that they pull off. And that witch, though, is Allison Hayes, who is the 50-foot woman from the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, apparently. Another notable star in this is Billy Barty, a very, very famous actor from the past. But he's great in this. And the makeup is really great in this. The depiction of witches and things is really fun but classic, and it's really well done. Dick Miller appears at one point, and he's on the third row of some extras, so he's just kind of in the background. I was like, oh wow, that's Dick Miller. And he ends up coming to the foreground and having a meeting with Satan, which is really interesting and fun. And they invoke Satan a lot, and Lucifer a lot in this movie. It's kind of what Roger Corman made his bread and butter off of, kind of being on the fringes and talking about the things that weren't the norm to kind of like get the counterculture, or kind of get the people on the fringes, or it feels a little bit dangerous. And this from 1957. There's some pretty wild ideas going on in here. There's 3 beheadings that happens in it, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you like Roger Corman and you haven't seen it before, I would say it's a cool movie with a really it is from 1957, so it has that feel to it, but it has a really cool atmosphere. There's a lot of fog and the kind of like foreboding woods and things, so it has a really nice atmosphere to it if you're into like classic B movies and whatnot. The Undead is now playing on Amazon Prime at 72 minutes from 1957, directed by Roger Corman. My name is Tim. This is The Last Shed on Dead End Street.